Hey there, crew, it's Mark from Men Who Bullet. Thanks for coming to hang out with me today as we check out one of my favorite products of the year. It's called Tick Time. This timer is fantastic, whether you're using this in the office, in the kitchen, or honestly anywhere around the home. This thing gets things done because one of my favorite parts is that it has a bunch of preset times all around this hexagon shape that you can easily lay down, set for that certain amount of time, and come back to it. It has 3, 5, 10, 30, 25, and 15-minute timers, and it's just super fantastic. In just a few minutes, I'll go ahead and turn off the lights so you can really see this thing light up, and we'll talk about more of how this thing works and how I use it around the office. On the face of your timer, facing up, you're going to see your micro charging port. This battery lasts so incredibly long. It comes with a charger inside of here. Hook it up to a USB brick or just straight into a USB charger, and then you're good to go. On the face, you're also going to see an M plus and an S plus. This is going to increase your minutes and your seconds. You can also set custom timers on here, which will do, as well as a V minus and a V plus. This has to do with the volume of the tone of your timer, which you can control from very high all the way down to mute. Go ahead and turn off the light so we can see the full view of all the light show that happens when we turn this on, and then as we are using it as well. So to turn this on, what you're going to do is press on the left and this right arrow for 3 seconds. You know it's on when everything starts to light up, your sides light up, and then you start to see your blinking display. The blinking display has a few things on it. Of course, your timer here in the center for digital time. You have your ring, which is a countdown. You also, at the very top, have your battery icon. That'll let you know when you have no charge, all the way up to 100% charge on there. All 3 of those little bars will be lit up. Down in the bottom right, you're going to see a speaker icon. That's going to do with the loudness or if your item is muted. You'll see that on the other side in the bottom left if it is on mute. As I mentioned, you have your M plus and your minus here. So if I'm hitting the M plus, that's going to set up my minutes. Your S plus is going to set your seconds. And then all you're going to do is just you're going to lay this down and it'll start counting down for you. Even though the 30 is lighting up for 30 minutes, the timer here is actually showing the 9 minutes and seconds that we set for it. Any point you need to stop that timer, you're just going to face it up, it'll blink, and then from here you can actually start to reset your time if you want to. Let's go ahead and set this for 1 minute and 10 seconds, and we're going to go ahead and flip it over, and then I want you to hear the different sounds of how loud this tone is. I'll say that it's not the most pleasant sound. It definitely catches your attention as you're working through it. It does its job, let's say that. So it'll go all the way down to mute, which is here, and here is where you'll actually see that red icon show up. Now if I press the plus, we'll go all the way up to the loudest tone. When I tell you this thing gets loud, it gets loud, and when it goes off, like I said, it'll stir you a little bit. Whenever I'm working with it, I take it down just below mute. I find that works best because usually it's right in front of me as it's counting down. It's getting very close and it'll start to light up. You'll see that in just a second. So I also don't need something blaring at me telling me that my timer is done. Once it gets down to 10 seconds, which is where we're at right now, it'll start to blink. You'll also have your ring around here start to go down and then it'll go off. It'll beep 8 times and everything will light up too. So it does a really good job of letting you know, hey, I'm done. Let's go ahead and do our next thing. If you aren't setting that custom timer, you can easily just lay down your timer and that time there at the top will blink. That says 25 minutes. And then we have a 25-minute timer counting down. So if you are a fan of the Pomodoro method, this is going to be great for you because you have all the times that you need here. Set your first task for 25 minutes and start to work from there. Once your timer is done, you can flip it over to 5 so you can take your 5-minute break in between those tasks. You can set it back to 25 as you're taking on those tasks once your time is up. And then as you get closer and closer and spending more time, that's when you're going to increase your time up to 15 minutes for yourself to take a break. Along with counting down, this timer does a great job of counting up. All you have to do is flip it upside down like this. You'll see that you have your little ring where it says tick time. You also have your speaker down here and your little foot pedals. This is going to go ahead and start to count up on your timer. Now you can't see how much time is counting up on this. The only thing I don't super love about it, but all you have to do is flip it over and it'll let you know how much time that was upside down. So 15 seconds. I need to time myself again. I'll go ahead and put that down. Finish whatever I need to try to get done, and then come back and see that that was upside down and I was counting up for 6 seconds. The make material is really great. I absolutely love how sturdy this thing is. And as I mentioned earlier, the battery on it is fantastic. Now, you do have to remember to turn this off, because if you don't, it'll stay here blinking. So to turn it off, I'm gonna press on the left and the right again for 3 seconds. Everything goes off, and then as I set my timer down, nothing is going to light up. One of the other cool features about this little timer is that it is magnetic. So if you want to use this in the kitchen, or you have shelves or anything else around you that this can stick to, it's really fantastic to set the time that you need for your timer and then go ahead and stick it right to whatever is metal in your kitchen or in your office to also have a secondary place for it to count down. The price on this is going to range. I've seen it everywhere up to almost $39. And then usually there's also some type of a coupon or sale that you can get off of something like Amazon with an instant coupon code. I'm going to put all the direct links for you down in the descriptions below for you so you can check this out for yourself. This is a fantastic gift for yourself if you're the type of person, and you're like me, that is missing things because you're so focused on a task and you need to remind yourself in between meetings, or even just setting up something like the Pomodoro method for yourself and setting those 25 and 5-minute increments throughout your day for your task. Also a great gift for those same exact reasons if you know somebody who's looking for something cool, nice and easy. There's no extra things that you need to do with this, really just setting it down, and it's going to go ahead and start counting down from the minutes that you set for it. If you used the tick timer before, maybe you have another timer that you've absolutely loved, make sure to drop a comment down in the comment section below. I love hearing about the products that you're finding and using and loving, and of course sharing those with others as well. I appreciate you hanging out for the tick time review today. If you have any additional comments, make sure to drop them down below. You can check out the full link for this and the description on the Amazon page. Link down in the descriptions for you below as well. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you have a great rest of your productive day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.